Back his time. The gentleman from Michigan.
At this time, I yield 2 minutes to a distinguished member of the Ways and Means Committee, the gentlewoman from Florida, Ms. Brown-Waite.
The gentleman from Florida is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I rise today in strong support of H.R. 3590, the Service Members Homeownership Tax Act of 2009. The first-time homebuyer credit gives qualifying consumers a tax refund of up to $8,000 when buying a primary residence. So far, over 1.4 million Americans have taken advantage of this credit. However, the men and women serving in our nation's armed forces are largely unable to take advantage of this credit. Why? Because the current law requires consumers who utilize the first-time homebuyers tax credit to repay the credit if they move from the primary residence within 36 months of the closing. This 3-year residency requirement disqualifies many military personnel from taking advantage of the tax credit. Following the call of military, armed services members regularly relocate duty stations, thus resulting in an immediate recapture of the credit. That's just not fair to our armed forces. Our military personnel, foreign service officers, intelligence agents, and their families should not be penalized for required moving in service to our nation. H.R. 3590 eliminates the inequities in the first-time homebuyers tax credit by waiving the 36-month requirement for service members, foreign service officers, and intelligence agents who must sell their homes in connection with federal orders relocating to official extended duty. With over 116,000 veterans living in my district, I'm keenly aware of issues that are of interest to our military service members. While we can never do enough to thank men and women in uniform for their service, the Service Members Home Ownership Tax Act of 2009 is one way that we can demonstrate America's commitment to our troops while they are serving. I thank my colleague from New York, Mr. Rangel, for introducing this bill, and I'm proud to co-sponsor it, and I urge its support. Hopefully the Senate will act in an expeditious manner so that we can truly make sure that this tax benefit extends to our service members. Thank you, and I yield back the balance of my time.